What's up guys, welcome back to Big Tech Unboxing, and today we're going to be unboxing the Galaxy Z Fold 5. Now the color we have today is gray in 256 gigabytes. Now other variations that it comes in is gray, blue, cream, phantom black, and icy blue. So opening up the package, you're greeted with the cameras. You also have the Samsung envelope over here. So let's see what comes in this. Now in the Samsung envelope, if you open it up, the only thing you get in here is some paperwork, start guide, and you get a USB-C cable. Alright, now putting that aside, we also do get the device. You use the tab to pull it out, and there's nothing else in the box. That's pretty much it. Now the device, there's a little tab here that you open up just like that, and the device is unfolded when you get it first. Right, now looking at the back, we see that it's gray. Now this is kind of like a matte gray finish. You have your sub display over here, and you have your main display over here. Now powering it up, on the right side you have your power button right here. You have your volume rockers. The power button also acts as a fingerprint reader. On the bottom you have your USB-C microphone, speaker. You have your SIM tray on the left side, and you have your speaker, and then you have your noise cancellation mics, and then the regular mics. Looking in the front, you have your sub display again. The matte gray finish is the phone we have in 256, and your main display. Now this is what the main display looks like, but before we get into the phone, which I already have set up, let's go over some of the specs. Now we have a 6.2 display in the front right here. 6.2, forgive me for my wallpaper, but 6.2 inches. And then when you open it up, the main display is 7.6 with a max refresh rate of 120 Hertz. We have dynamic AMOLED. Looking at the back, again, we have three cameras. We have 15 megapixel, 12 megapixel, and 10 megapixel. A video recording resolution up to Ultra HD 8K at 30 FPS. We also have slow motion, and we have optical zoom at 3 times and digital zoom up to 30x. So using this phone for a little bit, right, you can see the hinge on the side. The main difference between this and the Fold 4 is that the space is even at the top. So the space is even, there's no big gap over here, which is very satisfying actually. The phone itself is very, very sleek. The main display, now I know it's a big concern for everyone that it's not as big, but I've been using this phone for around a week and a half. I mainly use it for work. I'm in the construction field, so I use the bigger display for like notes and drawings sometimes. But let me tell you, the front display is, I feel like it saves you so much time. You know, it's such like all the necessary things that you need out of a phone can be done from this screen. And another plus side is that it's very, very usable with just one hand. Now scrolling, going left and right, let's say you want to call somebody, right? You're on your keypad, reaching over, you know, you call really quick and you're done with the phone, done using the phone. Now let's say you want to do something like content consumption. That's when you want to fold the phone open, you want to take your time, you know. That's just like a kickback mode, I feel like, you know. So let's say you open up TikTok. No, I don't want to have something crazy pop up over here, but let's just say you open up TikTok, right? And any app that is, and you unfold the phone, the app is gonna resume on the big screen. Right? Now, another main concern I know people have is, I don't know if you could see it from the angles, the main display crease right in the middle. But let me tell you, the way that Samsung has incorporated it, and I'm not trying to sound like a fanboy or something, but just the way that they incorporated it is that you will never go over this crease. I've been using it for a week and a half, and I have never came across that crease. There's nothing in that space, and I'll show you in a second what I mean by that. Let's say you're going on TikTok, right? Well, I'm not gonna scroll through it now just because I like other people's content, but let's say you're going through TikTok and you're holding the phone with one hand, which it's very doable. You could hold the phone with one hand even when it's unfolded. You're gonna be scrolling using this corner, or if you're a lefty, this corner. You're never gonna be in the middle scrolling like this. That's very unrealistic, you know what I mean? Now, as you could see, I have one game on the phone, and it's Call of Duty. Now, when you're playing a game, right, it turns to the side. And now the crease is horizontal. Now, what's the benefit of this? They don't let you play it like this. They let you only play it like this, or you could turn around the other side, like that. But what's the benefit of this? Now, the crease is in the middle, as you could see, right? All your controls are gonna be either on the bottom or top half. There's nothing that's gonna be in the middle over here that you're gonna be pressing down the crease. So it doesn't make sense, you know, like, this technology is fairly new, but all the controls are gonna be on one side, which is gonna be down here. And if it loads fast enough, I will show you, and if it doesn't, then oh well. But all the controls are gonna be here and here. Now, I've been using this phone for a bit now, and I can tell you it's gonna be hard for me to go back to a single screen phone. Now, I do have the iPhone on the side, but that's for like personal use, and I keep this for strictly like work use. So I'm trying to have like a gameplay over here for you guys just as a sample, but other than that, the phone is amazing. The screen brightness is way more than enough, like way more than enough. That wasn't even full before when I was using it, but looking at it now, let's test out the speakers a bit.
Free for all.
You know, you see that this is half of the screen right there. I'm gonna lower this a bit. This is half of the screen right here. All your controls are on one side. So now playing the game, you know, it's just a different experience, you know. You won't experience this on a regular phone. You just won't experience it on a regular phone, you know. The gameplay, I'm pretty sure it's the same for PUBG and these combat games and whatnot, but just having this bigger screen is just like it's a plus, you know. It's new technology. It's a new plus. I've done video calls off this phone. I've written emails. Just amazing. Let me just go over some of the multitasking features. So let's say you have YouTube open up, right? You have this taskbar on the bottom. So these are some of the apps you can use. Like let's say let's just say like any app over here that's presently over here, and sometimes it's like the most recent ones that you've used that come up over here, you can bring up to the screen. So you'll hold it and bring it up, and you could see how it turns into split screen. Now let's say you want to add a third app. You have the app menu down here, and you could add anyone that you'd like, but what you have to do is hold it down, and then you could either add it like right in the middle as like a floating app, or you could do like on the whole side or in the corner. So let's say I want to do it in the corner. Now we have my calculator here, we have YouTube here, and we have our TikTok on that side. Now I still haven't used it with the three apps, but I have used a split screen. It's almost like having two regular phones side by side. You know, sometimes I like Google Translate and send people texts and stuff, so that's when I use it. Or when you're doing an email, you could see your email list here and then write the email on the one side. It's very, very handy, very handy. Once you start using it, you're not gonna go back. Now, the one thing that I did notice, right, with this phone, right after I do this satisfying clap, the one thing that I did notice about this phone is that the cameras, they're not as good as the Ultra models. They're just not. You know, I've had the Ultra models my whole life. I traded my last Ultra model in for this phone, and it's not the same quality. You'll realize it when you start uploading stuff. I mean, I know social media apps downgrade the video and stuff, but not like it does with this phone. Like, it's actually pretty insane that's the quality we're getting on a social media app when we're paying almost $2,000 for a phone like this. It's very, very noticeable. It's like almost like you're recording on like one of these old Sony cam recorders. You know, it's like horrendous. Social media apps like Snapchat and Instagram and WhatsApp, like if you're posting on a story and you're recording straight through the phone, it's horrible. It's just, it's I don't know what else to say. I don't know how to put it. Other than that, editing pictures and videos off of this phone, this is something like, I consider this like a mini laptop. And if you're a businessman, if your work requires you to edit a lot on the go, this phone is amazing, especially when you pair it up with the Samsung case with the S Pen, and that's gonna be our next video. So don't forget to like and subscribe, and hit that notification bell to get that notification when we upload that video. And I'm gonna be going over a couple more cases for this phone because this phone is expensive, $1,900 almost, $2,000 on the higher end depending on what storage you get. And this color is absolutely beautiful. One of my favorite colors. It was between this and the Phantom Black. The only thing I liked about this phone better was that the trim on the side, the casing, the frame is a matte finish rather than a glossy finish. Now some colors have the glossy finish. If I'm not mistaken, I know the Phantom Black, the Icy Blue, and don't quote me on this, but the cream have the shiny aluminum finish on the side. The blue and the gray, the matte gray and the matte blue, they have the matte finish on the sides. And I was really obsessed with this matte finish. But other than that, I would always have a case on this phone. It's not, the phone when it's closed is not crazy bulky. Excuse my terminology, but it's not that bulky without the case. You know, it's almost, let me see if I could grab my iPhone. So this is the iPhone 15 over here. So let's put it side by side, and I do have a case on it. And but seriously, like, how much more of a difference is it? You know, like if I put it one on top of the other, it's probably just like a few millimeters. You know, but if you think about it, if you think about the trade-off, you're getting a whole extra screen. You know, see it right there. That's the 15. This is the Z Fold 5. Right? So yes, it's just a little bit thicker, but I think it's a very fair trade-off for an extra screen. And now, opening it up is just amazingly easy. Closing it back up is very satisfying. Just in general, we have USB-C charging, and it's fairly quick. It does not take too long to charge up the battery, and the battery lasts me the whole day. I charge it when I go to sleep at night. Other than that, I don't have to charge it. But yeah, guys, this phone is, I would recommend it for anyone who does a lot of business on the go, who's always on the go, and doesn't really want to keep a laptop around with them. You know, I've done so much stuff off of this phone. You know, write all types of emails, proposals, and etc. But yeah, so stay tuned for the next video. We're gonna be going over some of the cases. Now that I have the phone flat, I want to show you guys like the wiggle, and it's very minuscule. Everything is pretty much flat on this side except the camera bump. Other than that, everything is pretty flat. And like, subscribe, and comment what you want to know about this phone. You know, I could go over more details. Let's see if we could get some general software update. No, about the phone. Okay, so Z Fold. So we have One UI 5.1.1, Android 13. Other than that, that's pretty much it. So yeah, guys, like, subscribe, comment. Again, if you have any questions about the phone, if you're in the market for the phone, it's an amazing phone. I don't think I can ever go back to a regular phone, even though I do have one, but it's a second phone. I will have a phone like this on hand all the time. It's just like if you're in a flight, you know, you don't need to be carrying your whole iPad around. You just flip open your phone and watch a movie really quick. You know, it's almost like an iPad mini, you know, and it's crazy that it's in this such small of a form factor. So again, any questions about this phone, you guys just ask me in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe. It would help me out a lot. And catch you guys in the next video about the review of the cases. All right, see you guys.